And this is Octobotimus coming with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the folks at Factory Entertainment, we're going to be taking a look at their new Park Gates environmental sculpture from Jurassic Park. Really one of the most instantly recognizable kind of environments or scenes in all of movie history. For the package, you can see what you're basically getting. You got that nice image of the gates with the Explorer going towards it. You can see you got opening gates. The bottom section here does say that it has light up torches, but it does require two AA batteries, and I'll get to that here in a bit. The side of the package here just has that Jurassic Park logo with that 25th anniversary sort of text right there. You got the Park Gates environmental sculpture. I love how the background here has the different bones and things of that nature. Really adds a sense of depth. The back of the package has the same thing in the front. The top here has the Jurassic Park logo. Bottom here has warnings and contact information, and that this is not a toy. And it is a collectible intended for persons aged 18 and older. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get this out here and see how cool it actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Park Gates environmental sculpture opened up and out of its packaging. And this thing is truly fantastic. Now, I do have one nagging problem with it. We'll get to that here in a bit. But starting off first, you do get this really nice envelope. You can see you got the Jurassic Park logo, the Park Gates. You can open it up, and on the inside here, you got a bit of a read-up saying that the original prop gates were constructed on location at full size on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. Very sadly, they were demolished shortly after principal photography was completed. So for them to recreate the actual gates themselves, the design team for Factory Entertainment spent countless hours researching every frame of the film in which the gates were seen, even going as far as consulting all available references in the actual Universal Studios archive, which resulted in a master model being meticulously hand-built then duplicated, with the addition of flickering LED lights to imitate the burning torches used in production. And I do have to give credit to the sculptor Kyle Millard, as well as the engineering and electrical person, the one and only Gary Graybill, who I've met and is one of the coolest guys I've ever known. You got another image of it here. You open it up to the inside here, and this is basically your certificate of authenticity. It certifies that the accompanying collectible is strictly limited in an authentic reproduction produced by Factory Entertainment under license from Universal Studios. And then you have the instructions here. But really, very simple kind of stuff. I love here on the back you got InGen. That's a nice little throwback to the folks who are responsible for Jurassic Park, so that's a nice little addition. But this sculpture itself really is absolutely terrific. Coming in to take a close look at it, one thing that I love is the paint detail on here really does nicely capture both kind of a concrete element as well as a wood element. Now, this is a mixed media piece, meaning that it is made out of polystone, which really does a nice job of capturing the sculpting detail, as well as some other elements, like the plants here are a little bit rubbery. So it does have a real nice heft to it, but also has kind of a realistic sort of look in that these being rubber, they kind of lay a little bit nicer, I sort of feel. Now, starting off first with the Explorer, this looks terrific as well. You can see tremendous amount of detail recreating it. Now, this is just a sculpted piece, but really nicely painted and detailed. You can see the little kind of stripes along the side. You have gray for the windows. You got the gorgeous Jurassic Park logo along the side, as well as that more classic looking logo there on the front. The front section here has a softer material for the grille. You got some gorgeous detail and paint for the headlights. Unfortunately, the tires don't roll. As I said, it's all sculpted in one piece, but it looks good. And I'm kind of glad that the wheels aren't separate because it would probably roll away. Come around here to the back. I love how they nicely replicated the license plate for it. You can see this is the number 4 truck. Overall, just really very nice all the way around. Coming to the bottom, it's just nothing. But all in all, a very, very nice piece. Good size and weight to it as well. I would imagine that this is made out of the polystone as well, so it nicely goes along with that. And then again, like you could see, you can literally just set it here. Now obviously it doesn't have anything along the bottom, but you got the track right here that you could just put there and kind of replicate it sitting on that track. Now starting off with the base, because there's a tremendous amount of detail that's in this that I really want to highlight as well. You can see sculpted in it is a lot of those very similar sort of looking design pieces that we saw in the visitor center for Jurassic Park, where a lot of the walls and things like that had bones kind of sketched in, and this has this as well. You can see a lot of that kind of sculpt work throughout the entire thing, giving it that sort of element. Like you can see like the ribs or something right along the side there, and then you come around to the front, you get a little bit more of it, which makes more sense. You got like that skull shaped right there, which I love that they put that in there. It's a really nice touch that really does help to bring some of those elements that the movie had into the actual piece itself. Now coming down and angling here, again, you can see gorgeous detail with the plants are on there. You can see some bones and things actually sculpted in there, but you got all these different plants on here. I mean, like I said, they are a little bit softer, so it is kind of pliable. I mean, obviously you're not going to be posing that or anything, but I just feel like it drapes a little bit better. I think that looks great. You come around, you got different palm tree looking things, great detail here, creating that wood look. And then again, when you look at the blades here, I love how they have a little bit of a glossy paint on there, giving it a very wet sort of look. Just a terrific paint job all the way around. You got a couple more of those here on the back side. The back really doesn't have as much detail as the front because we didn't really see the back of it all that much. But you can see that on the ground here, you have this nice, more dirty section here. Oh, stay right there, little guy. Where the mud kind of tracks as the explorer travels through. Again, you got another little plant right there. Great detail with the wood for the back of the door. The front even has it as well coming up here so you can get a little bit better of a look. Great variation with the paint. I love the different kind of wood looking grain patterns on there. Absolutely terrific how that came out. And then again, when you look at the side here, really impressive sort of recreation to cement. I think that looks terrific. And then you come around, you got those nice little flame torches in there. They are sculpted. As I mentioned, there's LED lights that are in there. We'll take a look at here in a bit, but you can see that all of them are a little bit different looking than the other ones. These are a little bit shorter. These have a little bit more kind of flame things going. Just overall really very cool looking. Getting this out of the way, you can see that again in the front section here you have that muddy sort of look and that same great detail with the doors. And then as you could probably already see, the doors actually do swing open, which is great. You don't have to have the Explorer just sitting right here. You can have these doors cracked open a little bit. I do wish it was a little bit like not as like swingy, I guess. I mean, that would have been nice if that was a little bit tighter so you can kind of position that in a more permanent sort of location without it slowly closing. But that is terrific, and you can just have that go all the way through, and the doors are going to be open. But again, yeah, you can see they kind of swing a little bit closed. You can put it right there. I mean, whatever the case may be, you can have that going through. But again, they were a little bit more wide open when the thing came through. They weren't really closing on it. So again, I do wish that was a little bit tighter of a kind of swing, just so that, I mean, you can get it, obviously, but it would be nice if there was a little bit more tension on there so that you can position those a little bit better in a display. But still looks great nonetheless. And that's really kind of what you're going for, a look for it. And I think it looks amazing. The best aspect is the light up section of this. Now, to access that, like I said, it does require two AA batteries. They go on the bottom section, lifting this up. You can see I left the cover section off so that you can see you just put the batteries in there. But at the bottom section here has the limited edition number 434 is what I have. Then you got the little pads along the side, which nicely protect everything. And then once you get those batteries installed, on this side here is the button. So we're going to spin this around, and then when you hit that switch, you have that. And I know you can't see everything. I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to put the lights back on here in a second, but that really does look terrific. I love also how they flicker, which gives a real sort of feel to it. But you can see you got a total of 8, 4 on each side, that really do tremendously capture the look and feel of those original gates. Now, I don't know how well that's going to come across with my studio lights turned back on. Let's see. You can kind of see it. It's not great. Now, this comes to the part that kind of does make me wish a little bit more was done. Now, this piece is $250, and personally, I think it's well worth it. Like I said, the materials that are going into it, the sculpted detail, the paint applications, the reproduction of something that I absolutely love being those park gates, I'm perfectly okay with that price. And when I look at this, I instantly am transported back to when we first saw this in the film and Dr. Ian Malcolm saying, what do they got in there? King Kong? I mean, it's classic. And if you're a Jurassic Park fan, seeing those gates and seeing that explorer drive through them into that adventure was absolutely mind-blowing. John Hammond famously talked about how he spared no expense in Jurassic Park. And I'll be honest, I feel like Factory Entertainment did spare an expense when deciding to create this beautiful 11-inch tall piece of art. The only problem that I have with this is these lights I want to leave on all the time. I don't like the fact that you have to use batteries. I wish they could have figured out a way to put in an AC adapter so you could plug it in to leave these on constantly. Now, I'm 100% convinced that that would increase the price, probably even add an extra $50 to the overall price of the piece. But honestly, if you're already going to do it, you're going to put the lights in there, make them so that you can really appreciate and enjoy them. Make it so that you can leave them always on, not just use batteries. You got the little button here that turns them on and off. The other thing that's kind of weird about it is that unless you turn them off, they will stay on forever, which will just straighten your batteries. So it's like, if you're going to make this just run off of batteries, they probably should have made this be an auto off sort of thing. You know, maybe turn off after 15 minutes or something. But I personally would have preferred an AC adapter plug-in option. I have this beautifully displayed in my living room, and I want it to be on. I want the focus to go. I want people to see the little flickering lights and look at this. I don't want to have to, hey, look at that. That looks really cool. I'm like, yeah, you want to see something else that's cool? And then turn the lights on. I'm like, I want it on all the time. That's true, though, of all of my statues that I have. So it's not something that's uncommon amongst manufacturers. So it's a bit of an issue that I have with a lot of different manufacturers. I don't know why they don't do it more often. I think it would just really accentuate the pieces that we get that much more. That being said, this is still a wonderful, wonderful addition to a collection. If you are a Jurassic Park fan, and you guys know that I am, this was an absolute must-have. And even though it's really very simple, for me, though, it just hits that geek spot perfectly. And like I said, it's a part of movie cinematic history when they were going through these gates and traveling to Jurassic Park. That sense of wonder was instantly piqued by these big giant doors. And like I said, Dr. Malcolm said it. What do they got in there? And when he said it, we all in the audience were like, yeah, what do they got in there? Let us see. So I'm thrilled that a company decided to do this. I just do wish that Factory Entertainment took it one step further. But that in no way, shape, or form diminishes the great work that is here just by itself. As I said, the sculpting, the paintwork, everything is truly exemplary on this. And I honestly cannot recommend this enough to you if you're a Jurassic Park fan. At $250, it is a little bit pricey, but one thing that I do want to mention is Factory Entertainment does offer payment plans. You can split that $250 up into about $83 a month, which is a lot more affordable to do. And when you're done with it, you're going to have a terrific piece added to your display. So, all that being said, If this statue is a piece that you'd like to add to your collection, it is available right now in very limited quantities over at Factory Entertainment. So if you're interested in it, do not miss out, because once this is gone, it will be extinct forever. So if you'd like to add it to your collection, I'm going to put a link down in the video description where you'll go to Factory Entertainment and you can check out availability on this as well as the rest of their wide range of amazing pieces. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate your support, guys, simply by hitting that thumbs up button. That one small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. I also want to send a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch the video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. Also, again, I want to send a huge shout out to the folks over at Factory Entertainment for helping to make this review possible. And finally, remember, grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.